Hello, Dreamchasers. My name is Atamba Lakeli. I'm a health coach. I deal with nutrition and physical fitness, and I founded LT Lifestyle Health and Fitness. I won't say originally, I still am professionally a medical nurse, and I practice with private patients who are diabetics, hypertensives, postpartum moms, and that's really the center of my work right now, as well as dealing with physical fitness in the general population, and those who are actually debilitated or sick. So that's right now. So that's what encompasses all my work. It's actually now common. Yeah, it's getting picked up on. So originally, I was quite athletic. So it was me being athletic in my school years and playing soccer, volleyball, and field hockey. I was part of the Kampala Hockey Club for quite some time. And then when I gave birth, the full year of me carrying a child sort of put me in a place where my body was slower than usual. So right after I gave birth, I wanted to combine my nursing knowledge with my athleticism and see what to do to improve my physical fitness. And with that, the idea was born. In trying to change myself and better my body, make it stronger than it was before I was pregnant, the idea of physical fitness with moms, diabetics was born. Trying to change people's lifestyle, the idea was born from that, and it just grew from that. There's a number of physical fitness instructors who are ladies in the background. They're not really known. There are very many. What I found in common is the people, especially male clients, are very condescending. So the first thing they say when you're going to train is like, "Oh, you don't have any muscle in you. Are you going to actually train me in terms of strength or muscle building? What would you know unless you have a ton of muscle in your body?" So they're very condescending and they invalidate your knowledge depending on the fact that you look the way you look. But as a woman, I've reached my muscle tone that I want. Doesn't negate or make the knowledge I know any less. So the condensation you find among male clients, then the mistrust and the lack of respect. And the other thing is, what can I call? People do not prioritize this job as something they have to pay for. They'll pay for food, alcohol, hospital bills, but then when it comes to physical fitness, it'll be like, "Oh, I'll give you like the least amount of my budget to you," but it's very important. So when you tell them the bill, they're like, "Oh, this is very expensive." But people always limit themselves in seeing how far their bodies can take them. So I supremely enjoy pushing my body to see how far it can go and sensitizing other women about it. It's amazing. It's very empowering, and it's very rewarding too. Very, very rewarding. It has helped me meet so many people of so many calibers, in so many brackets of life. It's very, very diverse. If I'd been a clinical nurse in only a hospital, I don't think I would have been able to sensitize or get a reach of people that I've been able to reach in these 2 years. I wouldn't. Yeah. So it has enabled me to reach so many people. For any medical worker, their main goal in life is a clinic, a hospital, something like that. And right now, there are so many hospitals that provide healthcare for general diseases, malaria, HIV, but there's not so many that specialize in non-communicable diseases. So diabetes, hypertension, rheumatoid arthritis, diseases that come from lifestyle issues, where you live badly, eaten badly. So I want specifically a place where you can enter, find nutritionists, find massage therapists, find chiropractors, physiotherapists, dietitians, trainers, all in one place. It's just a place for you to enter and know that this is a non-communicable disease center in Uganda. The lack of respect, the condensation, and the inability of Ugandans to pay the amount that your knowledge, that the knowledge you're offering, they don't see that as a priority in their lives. But they're catching on slowly, but it's very annoying, no, frustrating to explain to someone that me helping you recover from this disease through training will be this amount of money for my time and my knowledge. That's the only problem. Ugandans will only pay if it's like modern medicine, surgery. But if you tell them this will help you change your body and be better, but it's just training. Yeah, but it's they'll learn. That lack of payment and respect it will go as time. I'm very positive it will go as time goes. Yeah. So right now it's more about sensitization, spreading the word about the importance of fitness, and bringing it in a way that is not random, or make your butt bigger, or make your arms bigger for men, or make your chest look like this. Bring it in a way that is more evidence-based rather than just you're going to look good. It will be more about how do I make my entire life better, my sleep pattern, my eating patterns, my did I say sleep hygiene? Yeah, sleep hygiene, my how to learn how to eat intuitively rather than just randomly eating anything. So it's more of a holistic lifestyle. So when you bring it as a packaged, evidence-based program, people really know that it's holistic, it will help them, and then they'll pay for it. They'll pay what it's worth. Yeah. So just telling people that it's important for them to have this in their lives, they will learn that it takes time. It's actually knowledge you have to learn, and it's like trying to drive a car that has no fuel. If you don't practice, if you don't train, you won't be fit. There's no way around that. Yeah, you have to train at least 3 times a week. We are blessed in Uganda to have an abundance of natural foods. So usually my pointer is eat natural. Just avoid processed foods. Anything you see that's packaged and it's in a pack in the supermarket and has been changed from its natural composition, just avoid that. Rather than eat rather than eat biscuits, eat something. And you want something sweet, eat fruit. If you want to eat, if you know you're a desk worker, rather than eat flour from like kosho, rather eat the maize, the grain itself. So eat the natural version of whatever you are eating right now, and it will be healthier than most of the processed foods. And also always make sure it's balanced with all the nutrients. Don't just say, oh, I'm cutting out all this entire food group because I read somewhere it will help me lose weight. No, try and balance everything with the activity you're doing. I hope that makes sense. It's quite wide. Calorie counting, nutrient accountability, according to activity you're doing, but I hope this encompasses just the tip of what you need to know. I feel like by the fact that today morning I was at a gas station taking my son to school, and I was at a gas station, and one of the attendants at the petrol station was saying how they train with me in the morning. I feel like that in itself is quite life-changing. I feel like bringing fitness to people who thought, oh, fitness is for like people who are bougie, have the money to go to the gym, or people who are sick and they have sukari or diabetes. For someone, a normal, regular person to come and tell me, oh, I watch you and train with you in the morning, is quite life-altering. It's very rewarding, and I feel like I've gotten a reach that I wouldn't have gotten. So in that way, I feel like I've reached the regular folks in Uganda, the regular people, who didn't have gotten a chance to go to the gym, or feel like they don't have the time or money. I feel like I've reached to them. I've reached that point where I can look at the camera and tell them you can do this too at home. So in that way, I feel like it's a good change. It's quite important because it's beyond customer care. To be specific, it's even more about, almost comes to psychological care, because people come when they're traumatized, they have eating disorders, they're starving themselves, they fear being fat, or they hate their bodies and they feel like, oh, I look bad so I hate myself. You find that you're working with a patient and it's beyond just the physical training. You have to also now train their mindset to start liking themselves, starting a good relationship with food, eating better. It becomes more of a psyche training. So it's very important that you don't harass clients in a way of like, oh my god, you're so fat, even my grandma can run faster than you, do better. Like, you think it's going to encourage them, but it actually breaks their spirit. So it's important to handle a client in a way that makes them want to come back, want to train more, love their bodies enough to take care of them, rather than just, do you guys watch 600 Pound Life? It's a show in the US where they put very obese people in a camp and then they train them to lose weight. What happens when they go home in their normal lives, the weight comes back on. It's because in the time they were in the camp, they were just bullied into losing that weight. They never learned how to eat better. They just told them run, and it's just a constant onset of negativity until you lose weight to win a prize. When you go back home, you never learned anything, you never learned how to eat better, you are just told, just forced to lose weight. So it's important that a client is empowered so that you empower them enough to do things without you. That's what sort of good trainer does. You train them enough that they can go home and eat by themselves, train by themselves safely. Like, they can live their lives alone without having to come back to you. You teach them to be self-reliant. So it depends on how young. If you're like in your 20s, I know it's hard to think about training and think it's important because you're young, your bodies are very highly metabolic, you eat anything you want. But with each decade comes new issues. So I would say start early to prevent what would have happened in your older. So as women, we reach a point where we get to menopause, now 50s, 60s. When you hit menopause, we get a thing where our bone density becomes low because of a low hormone. Our estrogen goes low and our bone density becomes very low. That's why we have very old women in hospital breaking their hip bones, or they hit their foot on a step, like a veranda at home, and fall and break their something because their bone density is very low. When you train earlier, when you lift weights and train earlier in your earlier years, you offset that. You improve your bone density so that by the time you're 60, you're strong enough to wear high heels and still walk normally like a young person. So don't train to look good now. Train so that in your older age, you're still top notch. Yeah. So start now. It's not about I'm training to lose weight. Even though you are in what is the size you think you should be, just train to maintain that and also for your older age. Yeah. Okay, so we are currently ALT Lifestyle. That is my company, ALT Lifestyle, Health and Fitness. We are currently located here at Fusion Auto Spa along Wanamuna Road, just off Atamba Road. You can find us here for any nutrition consultations, to train at the gym, at the Fusion Auto Spa gym, to just learn about your nutrition, have different trainers work with you. There are very many different fun trainers. It doesn't have to be only one person. And what else? Yeah, come for nutrition consultations. Yes, Fusion Auto Spa is where we're located. My last message would be, if you don't create time for fitness, then you're creating time for sickness. Please try so very hard to take care of your bodies when you still can, before you get to a point where the doctor is telling you, do it yourself right now, and find someone who can help you start, which is us at ALT Lifestyle.